Yo, JD here. I'm kind of doing my weekly review of the NFL season. If I keep looking to my left, it's because I have my other computer screen on over here, showing me all the games, so I can kind of rattle through them without having to look at my phone. Let's see. First off, for the first time in a long time, I actually have Sundays off, so I can actually sit and enjoy some football games. So this week was very enjoyable. Whether my team was playing or not this Sunday, I enjoyed watching so many football games. Tomorrow's gonna suck because I have off, but I have to do a lot of other things along with that, like laundry and stuff. But season started with Panthers Broncos. It's a good game. Broncos. Again, I have opinion. I don't think that Panthers are going to be as good as everyone thinks they are. I thought last year was an aberration, and I think we're judging Broncos defense on how bad the Panthers are compared to how good. I still think the Broncos defense is still one of the better defenses in the league. I just don't think they're that good. Um, I think a good scheme could keep them from getting to a quarterback. I just don't think that Carolina hasn't learned yet. They've just gotten torched by that defense. They just haven't learned. Um, I think they're trying to sacrifice what their offense, trying not to sacrifice what their offense is, and just trying to make it work. And you need another extra guy in there to help protect your quarterback. So it was a good game, though. I enjoyed watching it. Came down to the last field goal. Could have gone either way. Um, the next game, and I actually watched this game for most of I had 3 games on at the time, so um, as long as I can, I'm going to have that on as much as possible. So I do watch just about every game. Maybe not thoroughly, but I do. I keep an eye on them. Packers, Jags. I really thought the Jags were going to pull it out and win it. Like I said, I think Jags are going to win that division. So Jaguars, I think, are going to be a tough team this year. And they put it to the Packers. They put them to the wire. They had a touchdown in the end zone, just didn't catch it. But that was a really good game to watch. Rodgers looked crisp. Blake Bortles looked crisp. My fantasy football team is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Bortles, so I kind of hope he does well. The next game, the Chargers and Chiefs, was amazing to watch. It was like 21 or 24-7, something like that. And the Chiefs came back and won in overtime. Not to mention Alex Smith is my fantasy football quarterback. So he got like 39 points or something like that, 35. Really pulled it out of the basement. He had like 6 at halftime. So great comeback win. That's one of my kudos of the week goes to the Chiefs for a comeback. And the next game was also a very fun game to watch. Raiders Saints. They also had a very good comeback. It was very enjoyable to watch that game. What I have 3 TVs. I have a computer, TV, and a TV. Is what I have. And I could actually have a fourth one if I have my tablet back there on too. So I can actually have 4 games on at once. I don't know if they have 4 games on at a time, but I can do that if I want to. So I had the main TV had the Jags. That was on the main TV. Then I had the Chiefs, and then I had the Browns until the game got out of hand, and I changed it to the Raiders. But the Raiders made a great comeback. Ballsy move by Jack Del Rio. It was a fun game to watch to the end. I enjoyed it very much. Again, that's another game coming out of the wire. It was lost by a kick. If they got a kick in the end zone, they'd have won that. So, Bengals Jets, another close game. I mean, the first 4 games or 5 games were pretty close. Bengals just happened to make like one more play than the Jets. The Jets had a chance. And then this is after Thursday when I'm filming this. So they actually came back and bounced back and had a really good game. Matt Forte had a great game as a football guy. He bounced back and had a really good game against the Bills. Browns is one of my disappointments. I was really hoping to see a lot more out of RG3, and I'm really upset that he got a little bit injured. I wish they would just force him to play. The injured shoulder is the opposite one. But Carson Wentz looked good. I understand why they picked him. I think they picked him because of his ability to read defenses and pick defenses apart. And I think what everyone's afraid of is his ability to translate from the slower speed to the faster speed. I think that shell shock actually kind of helps. There's a lot of quarterbacks who come from mediocre schools that get that shell shock when they initially come in, and they actually end up doing very well. So I think that he's going to benefit from that. He needs to get some more passes farther than like 10 yards, because most of his passes were like 10 yards. But he still played good. Credit to him. I wanted the Browns to do well, but they're not going to do well until they get Gordon and RG3 back. I really wish they'd have more balance. I don't understand why teams don't like help RG3 out and help their quarterbacks out. I'll get to that here in a minute when I talk about my favorite team. Vikings, Titans. Titans, you tried. You were good at the first half, and in the second half you just fell apart. Vikings, as soon as you get Sam Bradford in, they're going to be contenders. I think they will be contenders. After seeing that team with Sean Hill, all you got to do is not screw up. Just don't screw up. Texans, dominant as usual. And again, Bears just couldn't score in the second half. Good game for most of the game. Just couldn't score the second half. So, yeah. Bills, Ravens. I think Rex Rod will be fired. And I heard someone make a point this week that Rex Rod will be fired by like week 4 or 5. I kind of believe that. That sounds like perfect because he's not going to win next week. It's Arizona. And then I think week 4 is Patriots. Unless Jimmy Garoppolo shows this week that he's not very good, I don't think they're going to start the season 0-4. And I really don't think they're that bad a team. You're supposed to be a defensive wizard, and their offense isn't horrible. I mean, they did score 31 points 2 nights ago. So, I don't know. I have an issue with how the Bills are being handled. Ravens, you need to be able to put more points on the board if you want to survive in your conference, your division for sure. Gotta be able to put more points on the board. So we'll see how that pans out. I was pleasantly surprised to see the Buccaneers pull out a win against the Falcons. That was another game that was fun to watch. Good for Winston. Winston had a very good game. He was solid. The next game was kind of boring to watch. Dolphins, Seahawks. Seahawks, I don't know why they just didn't turn up the heat early. I think Russell. I didn't watch this game, so I think Russell Wilson got injured, and that kind of stifled stalled their offense. So, Giants, Cowboys. This was a good game to watch. I watched this one from beginning to end, and I really did enjoy this game. But the problem I have with this game is why do the Cowboys can't they just get their shit together? They have one of the best teams in the league. I would say they have offensively they have one of the best offenses easily. And you even have a backup quarterback, and you just know how to shoot yourself in the foot. It never fails. You know how to shoot yourself in the foot. Your coach last year had the best offensive line. The year before that had the best running game. You still have decent weapons. How can you not get your playmakers the ball? Okay? Dez Bryant is on my fantasy team, and he had 1 catch for 8 yards. 1 catch. In my opinion, probably like the 3rd or 4th best receiver in the league. Top 5 for sure. He had 1 catch. Now, granted, he should have caught a ball in the end zone, but you gotta get the ball to your playmakers. It's just stupid. It's stupid not to. Give him the ball. He's a playmaker. Give him a quick slant. Get the ball. Get him going. But Giants, if Giants can run the ball, they're going to be successful because they have a lot of weapons on the outside. But you can't be one-dimensional. That's their problem. There's a lot of times they want to stay one-dimensional and think they can still win. You can't. You can't throw the ball every possession. You can't throw the ball every play. And you have to be able to run the ball consistently. Now, near the end of the game, they ran the ball consistently for a while. And that's what really helped them win the game, is they were able to kill like 2 minutes off the clock or something like that. So, all right, the next game, Lions and Colts. This was actually another fun game to watch. I'm a little upset at myself because I did not start the quarterback for the Colts, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck put up boss monster numbers. He put up more than I didn't think he was gonna get more than Alex Smith. Alex Smith got 35. He got freaking 50 points in my league. 50 freaking points. Oh, but the Lions still won. Matt Stafford, you played a great game, bro. I'm surprised. I was very happy to see you do. I didn't care who won. I wasn't happy, but I was surprised, pleasantly surprised the way you just marched that ball down the field. You're in everyone's ear. You're being a leader. That's what I think. That's one thing you've lacked the last few years. You're being a leader. You're in your guys' face. You're getting after them to get the job done. That's what a leader does. So good job. Kudos to you. Good job. Patriots Cardinals. This game really surprised me too. I will say this. How do I want to put this? If Larry Fitzgerald was a quarterback, he probably could be one of the best quarterbacks ever. And here's why. I've never seen a receiver that when it gets down to crunch time, and he did this last year in the NFC, not championship game, but the game before that. I think it's called, divisional round. And he pretty much willed his team to a victory. Caught the ball in overtime and took the ball all the way to the house. This game, he had like 5 straight receptions on that last series to get them in field goal range to possibly win the game. Okay, they had a chance. It was anyone's game once that ball was in the air. And Larry Fitzgerald did everything he could to win. If everyone had his heart, he probably would be a lot better football team. But Jimmy Garoppolo played, and he played actually really good. I'm not going to look too much into it. A lot of people are going to look too much into it. I'm not one of those people. A lot of his passes were dink and dunk, and he did well. To be fair, he also didn't have Gronkowski, so I guess I will look a little bit more into it because he actually did play well. He didn't screw up. He didn't make mistakes. I'm disappointed in the Cardinals. They had all their starters. They had no excuses not to win, but they still lost. So it doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is. Good for them. In the last 2 games, and the one I'm going to talk about one, then I'll talk about the other. We'll wax poetically about it. Rams. I don't know. Jeff Fisher might be another one of those coaches that will be fired for the beginning of before the season's over. I think he'll be fired because he just does not know how to coach his team. He has no quarterback. You draft a guy first overall and you sit him. You don't even let him dress. The game you played against the 49ers is the perfect kind of game where you let him start. If you're going to play that kind of strategy where they hand the ball off all the time and you're not going to really expand your offense, that's something Jared Goff can do. He can hand the ball off a lot and just get out there and get some experience as a leader in leading the huddle. 49ers dominated you from game to end, 28-0. I'm really glad that Vance McDonald got a touchdown because I needed him to win all my games. I'm 4-0 this year in fantasy so far. Right now, I'm looking good to win again this week, but we'll see. But I thought I made a joke, and I hope people laugh at it as much as I did. I said I wonder how ironic would it be if the 49ers send Kaepernick in to kneel, take a knee at the end of the game. In the last game, it's Steelers-Redskins. I don't know what the hell the Redskins were doing in this game. Okay. First off, you have. And I'll say it because even though he's a Steeler, I will say it. Antonio Brown is the best receiver in the league. By far the best receiver. Deep threat, best speed, best stop and go, best route run. He has a large combination of skills that not a lot of other players have. A lot of other players have 1 or 2 of the factors. He has every single one. He can still go up and get the ball. He attacks the ball hard when he goes to catch it. A lot of things he does. Why the hell do you single cover this guy? Now, whether it's a botch coverage or you're just really that arrogant that you're going to think you can cover this guy one-on-one, why are you covering him one-on-one? It makes no sense. It is not intelligent football. We're going to have a lot of problems if we continue to think, oh, we can do that. Now, I understand we have a bad defensive line. And they were running the ball very effectively, so we were trying to crowd the box to prevent them from running the ball. Yeah, you know what? You have to find another way to stop the run because you cannot do that against our division, and you definitely can't do it against the Steelers. Because if you're gonna single cover because you got a blitz a lot, you're gonna get burnt, and it happened in our game twice. You cannot do that, especially against the Steelers, and especially against Antonio Brown. You gotta let your defensive line go through the. I'd rather them get 200 yards on the ground and not have Antonio Brown get like touchdowns. Plus some lucky stuff happened, but I won't get into that. Like the damn pass bounces right off Breeland's chest and falls into Rogers' hands or whatever his name is. This is some lucky stuff. Ben fumbles the ball. We're up 6-0, and freaking doesn't. We don't fall on it. We try to pick it up and run with it. We fumble it, give it back to them. That was a turning point right there, because as soon as that happened, bam, 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 they were in the end zone. So you got to take advantage of stuff like that when it happens. Now, offensively, I don't think offensively we were bad. We just some things we just can't do. We can't run the ball effectively. We cannot run the ball effectively. I think Kirk Cousins was nervous. We were able to move the ball, but we just can't run the ball effectively. There's some things that we do that just irritate the hell out of me. First off, why do we never run screens? We let teams blitz us into oblivion. They blitz us into oblivion. If you don't know what that means, they blitz us and let them get sacks, and whatever. That's what our offense does. Okay? My issue is, why don't we run screens and why don't we run draws to throw them off their tempo? We let defenses get a tempo against us, and we don't do anything to prevent it. We let it happen. I love Jay Gruden. He's a good offensive coach, but he just gets very simple-minded and gets very stuck. He has tendencies, and it's perpetual, and it annoys me. Okay? For example, there are things we can do very well. We can do multiple tight end sets and create mismatches, which is what we should have done more often. I think doing that will actually help our running game, but that's just me. But why do we never run screens? A screen will alleviate any kind of blitz packaging or blitzes that come at us. Plus, it gets the defense off. They're on their heels, and we run a quick screen. They have to come up and play that a little bit. They'll sneak up a little bit. Steelers were sitting back and just playing prevent. It's pretty much what they were doing. That's why we were able to move the ball. But, I mean, if that's the case, just don't even hand the ball off. Okay, if you run a draw, they're backpedaling when you're running the draw. They are backpedaling, and you hand the ball off. Then you got like 15 yards to run before they even tackle you. I don't understand the logic and why we never run draws, especially when teams are going to just sit on their heels the entire game and play prevent. I don't understand that. Okay, maybe someone who actually knows Jay Gruden sees this video. I hope to God he does. Someone does. And they just understand that offensively, you have to be able to mix that up. Okay, if you're just going to hike it and snap, drop back, and either just hand it off or throw every time, mix it up. Fake the throw and the ball. Do play action. Throw the ball. Stuff like that. You have to mix it up. You're getting too predictable. I can sit in the bar and pretty much predict the type of play we're going to run. Okay, and I'm not a professional football guy. I just happen to follow the sport, and I love it, and I'm very enthusiastic about it. But you have to be able to mix your offense up, and that's one thing you do not do very well. You do not mix your offense up and make yourself balanced. You purposely unbalance yourself. Okay, you run when you're supposed to, you pass when you're supposed to. You don't deviate from that very well. That's all I'm going to say about that game. Good job, Steelers. I'm not going to get into anything else on that game. But I'm going to go over next week's predictions. 49ers, Panthers. Panthers are going to win this one. Unless 49ers could do okay, but I think the Panthers are going to win this one. Redskins are going to win. I'm not going to predict the score. Redskins will win. They'll beat the Cowboys. Panthers play 49ers. So I got Panthers, Redskins, Bengals, Giants, Patriots. Ooh, Chiefs, Texans. That's a tough one. I'm going to go Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs on this one. Lions will go 2-0 for like the first time in forever. Got the Ravens beating the Browns. Well, yeah, Ravens beat the Browns. I think the Seahawks will beat the Rams, but I think it'll be closer than the 49er game. Cardinals, Bucks. I will take the Cardinals. Jaguars, Chargers. Jaguars get in the win column. They get the win this week. Raiders, Falcons. Raiders will start the season 2-0. Colts, Broncos. I'm going to go with the Broncos. They will also start season 2-0. Packers, Vikings. I got the Packers. Eagles, Bears. I got the Bears in this game. Bears will win this game. And Jets Bills, I had the Jets winning it, but yeah. So that's what I think is going to happen. If you like my videos, you want to argue with me or whatever, just comment or tweet me at Geek Nerd Fan Man. That's my Twitter account. Let me hear what you think. I'm gonna kind of go back and actually I'll just do that right now and see how many I actually predicted properly last week. Okay, I got the Panthers winning, so there's a loss. Packers, Chiefs, Raiders, Bengals. Hold on, that's 4, so 4-1. Eagles won, so that's a loss. Vikings won, that's 5. Texans 6. Ravens 7. Buccaneers 8. Seahawks 9. Cowboys, I had Cowboys winning, so 9-3. I had the Colts. No, yeah, I had the Colts winning, so it's 9-4. I had the Patriots winning. No, yeah, I had the Patriots winning, so that's 10-4. I had the Redskins lose, it's 10-5, and I had 49ers winning, so it's 11-5. Not bad. So 11-5 first week, so I'm gonna keep track of that, see how well I do. So 11-5. That's my predictions so far. Let's see how I do. It's documented, so I'm on the record. LOL. I know what you think. JD, see ya. Can't find the button.